How hard is it to believe 5 weeks ago this race team didn't have a win, Shane? As it sits now, you're the number 3 seed in the playoffs.
Hard to believe that, isn't it? But I just have to thank these guys. You know, we've built up all year, got better and better, and now we need to keep getting better on the ovals and start proving some people wrong.
Shane Van Gisbergen just pulled off a move nobody saw coming, and it's got the entire NASCAR garage rattled. The same drivers who were joking about him at the start of the year definitely aren't laughing anymore. When SVG committed to NASCAR full-time this season, everyone already knew what he could do on road courses. His reputation was built on precision, control, and racecraft most drivers could only dream of. And he proved it immediately. He matched Jeff Gordon's legendary streak for consecutive road course victories and straight up dominated the schedule, winning 5 of the 6 road races this year. On those technical layouts, he wasn't just fast, he was in his own universe. But here's where the whole narrative took a turn. Ovals were supposed to be his kryptonite. Everyone thought that would be the thing that humbled him, that reminded him NASCAR is a different world. And considering how important ovals are in this sport, that was a huge concern. Out of 36 races, only 6 of them are road courses. The rest, 30 ovals, 30 intimidating, high-speed, unpredictable battlegrounds. If Shane couldn't master those, he'd only be competitive a handful of times each year. That's what the prediction said. That's what fans expected. That's what many drivers believed. But Shane had a very different plan. After his victory in Mexico City, he made a statement that caught a lot of people off guard. He told reporters, "I'm not here to run last on the ovals. No excuses, no soft landing, no easing into it." He doubled down and said, "It'll take time, and I'm not trying to force it or get desperate. I'll just keep working and building." And that's exactly what he did. The Mexico City race was historic for NASCAR, and the first name etched into the record books was Shane Van Gisbergen. The moment he climbed out of the car, you could tell he had the fire. But as soon as the oval portion of the season rolled around, reality hit hard. His first 14 oval races were grueling. He averaged a 26th place finish, numbers that sting for any competitive driver, but especially for a 3-time Supercars champion who spent years dominating some of the toughest racing on the planet. In his first 6 oval starts, he finished outside the top 35 5 different times. His team sat near the bottom of the standings, hanging around 35th and 36th. For someone used to winning championships and conquering Bathurst, this wasn't just a challenge, it was a shock to the system. And on top of that, his crew chief, Stephen Doran, was learning right alongside him. It was only Stephen's second year calling shots for a Cup Series team, which meant both driver and crew chief were navigating unfamiliar territory at the same time. Nothing felt natural. Shane admitted later that he felt like a deer in headlights. The cars were heavier, the speeds were higher, the grip felt different, and every driver in the field was unbelievably good. NASCAR is stacked with talent, and he was thrown straight into the deep end. But then something shifted. Around July, you could see the momentum start to build. Over 7 oval races that month, Shane brought his average finish down to around 22nd. That might not sound spectacular, but in NASCAR terms, cutting 4 spots off your average in a single month is huge. It showed that he was studying, improving, adapting, and the team was doing the same. Shane spent hours reviewing data, talking to other drivers, dissecting every lap, and asking questions nobody expected a rookie to be thinking about yet. He wanted to understand everything. The air, the tires, the dirty air, the transitions, the lanes, the banking, every single variable. Then came September 28th at Kansas Speedway, and that's when the breakthrough happened. Shane posted a 10th place finish, his first ever top 10 on a traditional oval. After months of grinding, 30 oval races of effort, frustration, and confusion, he finally cracked the code. His teammate Ross Chastain noticed immediately. Other drivers did too. You could feel the entire garage shifting its tone. This wasn't a novelty story anymore. This wasn't a road course guy trying NASCAR. This was real progress. And the best part? Bubba Wallace had been quietly watching Shane all season. Earlier in the year, Bubba sent Shane a hilarious message. "If you ever outqualify me on an oval, I am retiring." Then came New Hampshire. Shane rolled off 10th. Bubba started 14th. Bubba actually shared their text messages online and wrote, "Old bloke outqualified me. Guess I'm done." It was all in good fun, but behind the jokes was real respect. Bubba admitted he was genuinely impressed by how quickly SVG was picking things up, but the Kansas run wasn't some random good day. It was part of a bigger pattern. Over his last 16 oval races, Shane averaged 23rd, 3 positions better than earlier in the year. He grabbed an 11th place finish at Talladega, took 14th at Martinsville, and when he returned to Martinsville for the second time, he ran significantly better than he did in the spring. He was learning the tracks, the timing, the rhythm. He was picking up the craft at a speed most drivers didn't expect, and he explained the whole process in a way that left fans in awe. When someone posted a video of him ripping the fence at Las Vegas, Shane jumped in and explained how insane oval racing truly is, diving into a corner at nearly 200 miles per hour, missing the apex intentionally, drifting toward the wall, and trusting that a thin pocket of air will save you from scraping it. That's called ripping the fence, running so close that the car practically skims the wall without touching it. It's high risk, high speed, and incredibly technical. Shane admitted it was one of the wildest sensations he'd ever experienced. He also talked about the mental battle at tracks like Vegas. Full throttle into the corner, trusting the banking, feeling the car load up, and fighting the instinct to lift. He said you have to tighten your belts, steel your nerves, and commit. And he was slowly figuring out how to do it. By the end of the season, the results were undeniable. 5 wins, a playoff appearance, 12th in the championship standings. Rookie of the Year honors at 36 years old, the oldest since 2011. Over 300 laps led, multiple poles, multiple stage wins, nearly 93% of all laps completed. These aren't rookie stats, these are contender stats. These are the numbers of a driver who adapts at a world-class level. What shocked Shane the most wasn't the competition or the learning curve, it was how much he loved the grind. In Australia, he raced in multiple categories, bouncing between events, cars, and formats. In NASCAR, it's the same grind from February to November, week after week, with 1 weekend off. And he ended up loving that consistency. The variety of tracks kept it fresh. The pressure kept him sharp. The routine kept him hungry. And surprisingly, his favorite tracks weren't the road courses or the short ovals. It was the mile-and-a-half intermediates. The high speeds, the multiple lanes, the ability to search for grip, the way the racing constantly evolves through a run. He fell in love with that style of racing, but the best part of his first season might have been the bond he formed with Steven Doran and the entire team. Even when things weren't going well, nobody turned on each other. They grew together. They fought through the frustration. Shane even said the driver was the problem early in the year, not the crew chief. And instead of pointing fingers, they worked as one. By the time the season ended, the difference was night and day. Shane said he genuinely enjoyed every second of the journey. The wins were great, but becoming competitive on ovals, something people thought would take years, was the true highlight. And he believes next year will be even stronger. Same driver, same crew chief, same group of guys. A much better foundation, a much higher ceiling. And that's what has the rest of NASCAR nervous. Ross Chastain already believes SVG can win on an oval. When asked, he said, "There's a chance." That 88 group is finding their stride. And he joked that fans better watch out for rugby balls flying over the fence soon. Because that's Shane's victory celebration tradition. Fans are paying attention too. On Reddit, one person said Shane had shown significant improvement and predicted he could contend for 1 or 2 oval wins next season. Another mentioned that Shane always learns incredibly fast in any new series he enters. And that's the part NASCAR feared from the start. They were afraid he'd eventually unlock oval racing. They were afraid this road course legend would turn into a threat everywhere. They were afraid he'd stop being a specialty driver and start being a full-blown contender, and that's exactly what's happening. Shane Van Gisbergen isn't just a factor in 6 races anymore. He's becoming a legitimate threat in all 36. NASCAR has never seen a rookie season and a rookie evolution quite like this, and the rest of the field knows it.